Separation is one of the most painful phase in someone's life. It brings up so many emotions that it can literally hijack your mind. It can affect your health, it can affect your other relationships, it can affect your profession. And at these times, you got to walk very carefully if you want to get back. And in this video, I'm going to help you through 6 steps to go through this difficult phase of your life, that is separation. Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you frustrated? Are you confused? You just feel like lashing out at your partner. I totally understand. But there are certain things at this phase you got to do, and there are certain things which are a strict no if you ever want to get back to your partner. And the very reason you're watching this video is because you want to get back to your partner. So here are the 3 don'ts you strictly need to follow if you want to ever get back with your partner. The first one is don't show your anger. I totally get it. You're extremely angry. You just feel like lashing it out at him because it hurts. It really hurts. And your mind says that the only reason why you are here is because of your partner. You want to send him messages, nasty messages. You want to write on social media about him. You want to tell the whole world, but don't. Because first of all, you will appear as somebody who is really immature, who doesn't know how to handle his or her emotions. And nobody wants to live with an immature person. Even if that person as well is immature, nobody wants to live with an immature person. The second thing is, if you're going to lash out at him, he is going to associate you with pain. So the first, a strict no, is don't show your anger. The second mistake you shouldn't do is force your partner to come back. Now, there are a whole lot of ways people force their partner to come back. They beg, they plead, they say sorry. They tell the partner that that mistake, whatever their partner is pointing out the mistake, that mistake is not going to happen. Well, it sounds very logical. You say sorry, the other person forgives, and you live happily ever after. But unfortunately, that's not the way things work out. First of all, the very reason you parted ways is because there was something that was very painful in the relationship. Otherwise, generally people don't part ways. The interesting part about the brain is that the part of the brain that processes the physical pain, let's say a toothache, is the same part of the brain that processes an emotional pain or relationship pain. So when your partner parted ways with you, just associate that with something like your partner extracting his tooth. Now, whenever somebody extracts a tooth, it doesn't mean that he doesn't want that tooth. He wants it, but the pain is much more. So he just cannot bear the pain, and that's why he is extracting that tooth. So in your case, if you have separated, that means the relationship for him had been very painful, just like for you. So just asking him to take you back, begging him, will not bring in that emotional connection, because it creates resistance within the person. When somebody forces us to do something, automatically a resistance that comes up in us to stop ourselves from doing, even if it is the best thing to do. So the second tip is don't force your partner. So before we continue, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and press that bell icon, because every week I put up videos that will help you to keep your love story alive. And I know that for you, your love story is really important. So press that subscribe button, press that bell icon. Let's continue. The third mistake you can do during this period of separation is telling your friends and relatives why you separated. Why is it a mistake? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares. But it can have an adverse effect on the possibility of you getting back. I totally understand you are angry and you vent it out. But when you vent it out with anybody and everybody who asks you why are you not together, what happens is, out of the 10 people who listen to your story and your reason, your side of the story for separating, out of the 10 people, one person will go back and tell your partner. And when he hears that, He is going to take it at a face value. He is not going to think that you are just venting out, you are hurt. He is going to take it at the face value. And that can have such an adverse effect that he might close even the tiniest opportunity of you getting back. The second reason why you shouldn't share with anybody and everybody is because when you share something, they feel obliged to give you advice. And generally, people give you advice that they themselves don't use. And much of this advice can only make you more angry at your partner. And that can close your chances of reaching out. Instead of doing this, seek out for a relationship coach. I work with a lot of my clients who are going through a struggle in their marriage, who want to bring back love, who want to reconcile and connect. If you are one of them, then I invite you for a very special webinar that I do. It's called three Secrets to Bring Magic Back into Your Marriage. All that you have to do is go to coachval.co, sign up for this webinar. This webinar is live and totally confidential. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you an opportunity to have a one-to-one session with me where I'll help you to carve out a path, a specific path for you to move towards reconciliation, bringing back love, and reviving your love story. So let's move on to the 3 do's right now. The first biggest do is act mature. Act mature. You can act immature in front of the people, your confidants, people who are very close to you at this moment, because it's very difficult. But in front of your spouse, when you're communicating with your spouse, act mature. Immature people generally do one of these things when they're going through a period of separation. Either they shout, scream, send nasty messages, or they block the other person, or they beg and plead the other person to come back. But here, you're not going to do any of these things. Instead, you're going to act mature. Act mature, what do I mean by that? Act mature means you're going to share with your partner your feelings. Let's say that you are the person who called it quits. You're the person who said that enough is enough, let's part ways, let's take time. So you let your partner know what you're feeling at this moment. Are you feeling hurt? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling sad or guilty or any of these things? And after sharing those things, maybe over a phone call, maybe over a message, tell your partner that you need time to think about things. And also tell your partner how grateful you feel for some of the wonderful moments you had together. I'm sure you had some of the very nice moments. And I totally understand that at this time, it is very difficult to recall them. But nevertheless, recall those moments and let your partner know. And along with that, tell your partner that why you need space, why you need quiet, why you need to be away from them. Tell them that it's not because of him or her, it's because you want time to come back as a much more loving, caring, and strong person. A person who will be a person who has the skills to handle the same situations when they come up in the future. A person who is much more loving and caring. A person who is mature. When your partner hears this, you'll feel a sense of attraction towards you. Because for a long-term relationship, generally we look for somebody who is mature. Not only that, it will also calm your partner's panicky mind. Because if you are the one who had called it quits, if you are the one who initiated separation, your partner will go through a huge turmoil of will she come back? What will she think of me? What's the worst thing that could happen? And by telling your partner very clearly, by appreciating your partner for all the good times you had, you're letting your partner know that there is nothing to worry. It is just that you need space, you need time, so you can come back strong. If you are in a situation where your partner has left you, in this situation, again, you got to give space to your partner and make it very clear that what you're feeling at this moment. Is it you feel left out, upset, angry, whatever that is, rejected, whatever that is. And after sharing this, you tell your partner that I want to give you space. I want you to think through. I don't want to force you into coming back into this relationship. And this small message, this small act can trigger love and attraction towards you, and that's exactly what you need. The second tip is to take time off. A relationship is something like this, our life is something like this. It's like we dance, it's called a dance floor, and we spend time on the balcony. So what's a dance floor? Dance floor is the time where you were together, the things were happening, you, while you're dancing, you stepped on a foot and she got angry, she kicked you back, and that's the dance floor. What's a balcony? Balcony is a space somewhere above this dance floor where you can stand and look at your dance and look at the different moves of yours and your partner. So taking time off from your relationship after telling your partner very clearly that you need space, or giving your partner that space he or she requires, taking time off is simply means you are looking at your relationship from the higher perspective. Initially, it will be a little difficult, as I've seen with my clients, because there is anger, there is frustration. But when that anger and frustration comes down, now you have clarity. And now you can see the whole picture rather than just the piece of your jigsaw puzzle. And once you see the whole picture, now you have much more control over your relationship. Now you know that when you get back, what is the way you need to behave in these situations so that hatred doesn't get generated. That's the whole objective. Any kind of interaction brings up hatred, rejection, a feeling of I'm not important. It disconnects relationships. So having seen your relationship from above, from the balcony space, now you will be in much more control of your relationship. The third thing you need to do is use this time to become the best version of yourself. Let me repeat that. Use this time to become the best version of yourself and not to change yourself. Generally, people think that relationship is all about compromising, adjusting, and changing oneself. It is not. It is all about being a best version. When your partner saw you, when your partner got attracted to you, he did not say, please change yourself, then I'll get attracted to you. What he saw was the best version of yourself. And when he saw that best version of yourself, he got attracted to you. And today, he's not feeling attracted to you because your best version of yourself is not coming out. The worst version of yourself is coming out. And I totally understand, because when we are going through relationship stress, it is very difficult to bring out the best self. So right now, here is your time. And there are ways you got to work on yourself to bring out the best version of yourself. The first one is your physical self. It could be diet, it could be fitness, it could be exercise. It is a time of depression, it is a time of sadness, and this is a time you got to exercise so that your brain produces those happy chemicals that our brain generally produces when we exercise. So the first thing is work on your physics. I don't mean go on a crash diet, I mean exercise. The second thing is work on your intellect. Go learn something new, try out something that you have never tried, try out a new recipe, do anything that makes your brain work. The third one is work on your emotions. Get a help of a coach and work on your emotions so that you become emotionally intelligent and somebody who is strong emotionally, not emotionally numb. I'm talking about emotionally strong. It basically means that you have the ability to regulate your emotions. The fourth thing is spirituality. And when I say spirituality, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about connecting yourself with that higher self. Maybe you can spend some time in meditation, some time in quiet, maybe listening to some mantras, anything that helps you to believe in this higher power that can help you to take that one step forward after the breakup, after the separation, towards reconciliation. When I talk about working on yourself, becoming your best version, generally my clients ask me, okay, I'm going to work on myself, but how will my partner know that I'm changing? The truth is, a brain picks up any kind of change in the other person, may it be facial expressions, the way the person talks, the tone, at the speed of 1/300th of a millisecond. That's how fast our brain is. So your partner is going to pick up those changes as soon as he sees you or interacts with you. But obviously he's not going to tell you immediately, because it will take some time for him to trust you, the trust the changes. Before I end this video, I want to give you a good news. According to a research, 1 out of every 3 couples get back after a period of separation. And if you want to increase your possibility of getting back, not only getting back to your marriage, but getting back into a marriage which is filled with love and laughter, then I invite you for this special webinar. Go to coachval.co, sign up for this webinar, and I'll help you from then onwards. So I've shared these 3 don'ts and 3 do's. What I would like you to do right now is look at these 6 things and ask yourself which of them was really helpful for you, and write that in the comments. And as always, ask me loads of questions so that I can answer them from the perspective of relationship science. Until we connect again, as always, keep your love story alive. Take care and bye-bye.